An amendment in the nature of a substitute has been offered by the gentleman from Florida, the chairman of the subcommittee, Mr. Bilirakis. Does the gentleman wish to offer his amendment?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I have an amendment at the desk in the nature of a substitute, and I offer it now.
The clerk shall report.
Amendment in the nature of a substitute to H.R. 3563, offered by Mr. Bilirakis.
Without objection, the reading is dispensed with, and the amendment in the nature of a substitute shall be considered base text for the purpose of amendment. The amendment in the nature of a substitute was noticed to committee members in compliance with committee rules. The Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Florida for 5 minutes to explain the amendment in the nature of a substitute.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before I begin my remarks, there's one omission to the ANS that requires correction. I ask unanimous consent to insert the words disabilities and on page 11, line 2, after the word with.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I introduced the Integrated Public Alert and Warning System Modernization Act of 2011, along with the ranking member, Ms. Richardson, holding a number of hearings prior to and briefings on the IPAWS program. The public alert and warning systems have not been modernized in actually decades. H.R. 3563 and the ANS we're considering today reflects the Emergency Preparedness Subcommittee's oversight and input into the system modernization with the goal of integrating the alert and warning capabilities of local, state, and federal emergency management authorities. The bill provides congressional authorization and the framework needed to help provide timely alerts and warnings in the event of emergencies and disasters while also being fiscally responsible. The bill authorizes $13 million for the IPAWS program, equal to current operations of nearly $5 million below the amount appropriated in fiscal year 2011. The bill seeks to ensure that alerts and warnings are available to the largest number of people, including individuals with disabilities and those living in rural areas, while also placing an emphasis on protecting and ensuring individual privacy, so important. The ANS we are considering today includes provisions adopted during the subcommittee markup last December. The chairman said this, along with a provision on which I pledged to work with Ranking Member Richardson regarding the timing of national tests of the emergency alert system. The ANS also establishes an IPAWS advisory committee to ensure coordination between the federal, state, and local levels, again, and with private sector partners. Very important. Local emergency management officials in Florida have stressed the value and importance of IPAWS. To me personally, I'm pleased the bill has received support from the emergency management associations, and I ask unanimous consent to submit in the record letters of support from NEMA and the Florida Emergency Preparedness Association.
Without objection.
Thank you. With that, I ask my colleagues to support this amendment and the underlying bill, and I yield back the balance of my time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The gentleman yields back. Is there any further discussion on the amendment in the nature of a substitute? There being no further discussion of the amendment in the nature of a substitute, the